important from the Billion Dollar Mind book. And this is the Billion Dollar Mind series where we kind of go over important concepts about mental strength. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about a very important topic here. It's one of, I'm going to quote directly from this chapter, chapter 10. It says, and Strick, this is your quote. It's make adversity your best friend. Having the ability to flip it in your mind and turn Mr. Negative into Mr. Positive is the key to unlocking any door to find your true potential. So that's a really powerful statement, right? I just wonder if that comes from experience. Or you?
Well, yeah, long ago, probably 1980, I did a lot of work and research with Dr. James Lair. He was probably one of the top sports psychologists of all time. He was a pioneer, the first of the Mohicans. We did a lot of stuff with the corporate structure, not as much with tennis players, but we got into breathing and flipping things in your mind, slowing things down in your mind.
Right.
He was so far ahead of the curve back then. And it was interesting because a lot of things that he talked about kind of is how I was growing up, doing things on my own, trying to overcome hurdles and obstacles. And I've always tried to take the situation, since it's out of my control, and turn it into a positive. And it's mind control. Deal with it. It is what it is. If it's really, really hot, make the sun your best friend. If it's really, really cold, I love the cold. If it's really, really windy, I just love the wind. Because I move my feet better and I play better in the wind. So it's all perspective. And this is what you got to do in the game of life. Because there's just all kinds of bumps that come at you every minute.
Absolutely.
And how you deal with it is like a big key. Because then that could lead into stressing out and other problems. It's just not good for your health. So if anybody can practice that, it's mind control. And before I go any further, there was actually a match I played.
Yeah?
This was in 1980. It was in Willingsboro, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I was in the finals of a tournament. It was the 4th of July, and there was a parade behind the court, and I was playing the finals. A guy, we were about the same level, and there was like floats and about 400 choppers, and the bands were playing, and there was cheerleaders. There was just chaos. You couldn't even hear the ball nib hit the racket.
Really?
Okay. And I went into my James E. Lair mind control. I love cheerleaders. I love the floats. I love the choppers. I love the music. I won the match 6-0, 6-1.
Amazing.
I destroyed the guy, and we were kind of even. And after the match, he's complaining they should have canceled the tournament. This is a joke. Couldn't even hear the ball on the strings, whatever. And it was out of control. He goes, the parade we should have stopped and not even played. So then when the media came to me, they said, your opponent went crazy, he broke rackets. He said they should have canceled it because of the parade. What do you think? And I go, what parade?
Wow.
So
That's
I made it my
amazing.
best friend. So that's the ultimate flipping.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, but with anything, it's a habit and it takes practice.
That's amazing. Right, I think it also extends to a lot of other things, not just in sports, but in life too, right? When people, are diagnosed with deathly illnesses or they have major tragedies, or even, great setbacks, like say there's an injury in sport, there's a technique of flipping it or turning negative into positive that can take them to the next level, because not doing it or the alternative is worse, right?
Absolutely.
So do you have examples like that? I know in my clinic, and I see patients all the time, I have to flip it almost every day. It's very hard to do. But have you had experience with that?
Absolutely. I know people that have actually broken both arms.
No way.
And they were playing basketball.
Yeah.
And they would visualize every night shooting 100 foul shots.
Wow.
And when they got the cast off, like 7 months later, their foul shot was better than before they broke their arm, because it was already in their mind and they rehearsed it so many times. But it takes so much discipline because you can't feel those type of technique. But yeah, when people have a setback, I always say, okay, this, like today, it's like pouring rain. I told someone, go watch video, look at the top players, look at all the top players hitting the ball, go find a wall, try to take a negative, turn it a positive, but you want to try to get better today. Because when you can get better, through adversity,
Mm-hmm.
now you're really going to get better when there's no adversity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you're much stronger.
Yeah,
Right?
much stronger.
And I think for people who've dealt with tragedies or major setbacks that can help, I always tell people to look at as much as they can, to look at the positive, whatever they can find, and to reframe the situation so they feel even a little bit better.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like even after they can't survive, if they say, someone has suffered like a major tragedy in their house, we always look at it and try to celebrate whatever. If someone has passed away, we always celebrate the life that the person has had. So we just try to keep reframing and keep being as positive as possible from, whether it's in sports or in life or even in health.
Yeah.
It's so important, right?
Absolutely. No, and I try to tell our people, always appreciate what you have,
Yeah.
not what you don't have. Because
Right.
you're going to have a lot of things that you don't have every minute, whether it be a big tragedy, like you said, or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's hard to look at like that because you get caught up in the negative and then you can spiral.
Absolutely.
But I see this every single day, even dealing with mistakes in tennis or
Right.
mistakes in life. Absolutely. And it's mind control, but it's not going to happen overnight. No one's perfect. We're all humans. But if you want to hit that ideal performance state and really get the best out of your potential, the mind controls the body, and that's the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah, and Rick, I love what you said. You said appreciate. That's a key word.
Yeah.
As soon as you start appreciating everything, your whole perspective changes.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
My best partner ever writing a book, and we're going to do a lot more.
A lot more.
Where can we
Can't
get the
wait.
book?
Amazon. You can get it online. You can get it at Barnes & Noble's online as well. So go find it. And
It's
go
not only
buy
a
it.
game changer, a life changer.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye.